Hello there and welcome back to No Man's Land. We are about to start spreading some lime on the new field we've got put in. Just loaded up with the Ford. We've got this agro spreader on lease from the Farm Supply Co-op, and you'll notice we've got a John Deere 7810, something a bit more modern on the farm. Digital displays, something built this century. We were having a few problems with the 4640 and the opportunity came to trade it in, so we traded it in and got this for about $15,000 with the discount from that. It's got a little bit more horsepower, but also it's four-wheel drive, which is an advantage. And obviously, like I've said, it is more modern than anything we do have on the farm. So we'll get started spreading some lime. There we go. So we got the slog of winter over with. Struggling to get off this slope here. Come back and fill that empty spot in, going downhill instead. Yeah, so we got through winter. We had quite a lot of snow. We didn't get very much done other than care for the animals. And since the snow has thawed now, mostly, we have been pretty busy. We've got a couple of new sheds, quite a large shed as well to keep most of the equipment in, get it under some proper cover, especially during those winter months. We've got another shed still to put up, which I intend to use as a garage and maintenance shed, and then we can tear down the small wooden one. We put down quite a lot of gravel as well around the yard. Excuse me. And we do have another 8 bulls. We bought them start of spring, so that brings our total to 10 now. And so far this spring as well, we've had 7 lambs. So it's been a pretty busy start to spring, and we are now only just getting to work in the field. And the ground hasn't really thawed yet, it's still frozen, so we won't be able to cultivate in the lime just yet on this field. You see where I did expand that field, I have already covered it in lime. The area that was arable land last year didn't need liming, so just on the new patches. And there was also the reason, away from role playing, why I swapped out the John Deere 4640 for this, is because I quite like to drive around in the cabs, and the windows on that model are just too dark. It's like perpetual nighttime when you're in the cab. So I swapped it out for this, so we can actually do some work in the cab. what I will do with this small load left is I will try and get that gap covered just there. There we go. I think it's a really nice mod, and it is good to have something a bit more modern on the farm. I was torn between this or a New Holland, but I went for this instead. For we'll replace a John Deere for a John Deere. So we'll jump out, and we'll need to get into our little Ford here and get another load of line. I did bring three truckloads in the Mac. Ooh. Oh, that's a good start, wasn't it? Yeah, you got 3 truckloads in the Mac, and it's about 16,000 litres the Mac. And I've got through, I want to say 1 truckload already, so there should be 32,000 litres in that pile. I think what we'll do is we'll grab the rear weight, because I was doing it without, but it is particularly wobbly, and you can just have a glance at the changes we have made to the farm with our money from the loan. Still bits of snow around here, so we've got this great big new shed. It's to keep most of the equipment in that needs to be sheltered and doesn't get used much. And then we've got all this gravel down here, and then we'll have another shed here which I intend to use for the maintenance work, and then we can tear down this little old shack of a workshop, and that'll give us more room when it comes to the filling up of the grain bins. There we go, we got the rear weight on now. And I was wrong, this tractor has digital displays as well. And then we'll get the spreader filled back up. So there we go, we're all loaded up now. Thought I'd put a cut in because you don't need to see me load up that 10 times. I did notice though that our saplings we planted in here last spring are doing pretty well now. Starting to look like trees. There's a whole crate of them putting up here. I can't remember how many that is. How many would that be? Putting 20 up there. Right, so we'll get back in the John Deere. And we'll carry on spreading. Where should we carry on from? start back from this end over here. I think I've figured out what I want to sow and where I want to sow it. I think up here I'm going to use corn, because we do have a lot of corn, and we know corn seed does go a long way. And I have got in a pallet of soy to try. We'll do the same again for this bit. We'll get this bit going downhill instead of up. Yeah, so corn in here, and then we'll probably put the soy where we had the corn last year, and then we'll do soy where we had the wheat last year, and we'll do wheat where we had the corn last year, and we've got at least some sort of rotation going on. How are we doing for that side? Got that pretty good. And we will get that gap we've missed here whilst we're down here as well. I think I might have estimated how much lime I was going to need correctly this time, after the farce I turned it into last time we were spreading lime. Watch out, birds. There we go, that's better. We'll head back up for another pass. I'm thinking of getting another crate of saplings or two and planting in some trees on the opposite side of the road, on the north side of the farm, because that space is too small to use for arable land. So we may as well get some trees in there that we can chop down in the years to come. And once we've got all our field work taken care of for the year, we'll get back to doing some forestry. I just wasn't really feeling it over the winter, so I didn't do it. We didn't need to do it. Alright, I'll cut this here. And we'll run up there and we'll get that bit we couldn't get. We may as well use the last of the line we have in here. There we go, and we will run down for a second load, third load. Yeah, it looks alright, I've not missed too much I don't think. So I'll crack on with spreading the lime, get it over and done with for the year. So thanks very much for watching, have a good one, I'll see you next time.